Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mirror Madness, where we blend beauty with truth and realness. A conversation that brings forth healing. I know, it's time for our girl talk, and I missed last week all because I went to go see some man dance on stage and perform 56 songs, and I can tell you, I had a blast. It was to the point where I left early because my head started pounding. But Chris Brown puts on a show, honey. He will always be my man, besides my real man. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about a topic that most of us didn't ask for, but we carry it oh so well. Being strong. We don't ever get the chance to be vulnerable because the world has conditioned us to be strong. We have to be strong women. We have to pick up the slack. We have to step in where our partner lacks. We have to step in where our parents lack. We have to stand in the place of our siblings. We have to be strong for them. We have to be strong for our kids. We have to be strong for everybody around us. But when do we get the time to be strong for ourselves? As you guys already know, I've already went off camera, did my eyebrows. That's why they're not blended, but they will be. And I put on my primer because why not? But yeah, today we're just gonna be talking about being strong and being women in America who have to be strong, or in a different country where we are taught to be strong and to not show any sign of weakness. As a black woman, being strong is celebrated, and if you aren't strong, you're frowned upon as a weak woman. No, we don't always have to be strong for every situation. We can pass our burdens on to somebody else and allow ourselves to be vulnerable, be soft, be a woman, you know? We're so used to picking up the slack for everybody else. Who picks up the slack for us? I'll answer that for you. No one, us. We show up. No matter how tired we are or how fed up we are, we show up to that line, to that day, to do what needs to be done, whatever's not being done. And I'm here to say, take a break. Take a break and allow yourself to be soft. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Feel those emotions. Because if you aren't taking care of yourself, listen, if you aren't taking care of yourself, then what are you really doing? I want to say you are offing yourself slowly. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to pass on some stuff to friends or on to whoever you're with or family members. Pass it on, or pass it on to Jesus if you believe in that. I do. But over here in America, black women, and I'm going to speak about a black woman because I'm a black woman, we have to be strong for every freaking thing. We don't get the grace to be soft. We don't get the grace to not stand up for something that's right. We don't get this not speak up when things are wrong. We don't get that option. We have to be strong, and it's celebrated. Why is it celebrated for a black woman to be strong, but nobody else? I don't want to sound like I'm just harping on us black women, but that's all I can speak to because I am a black woman. If you don't understand that, then maybe my channel isn't for you. And that's okay. Go find what works out for you. But speaking to all of us, we all have to be strong for everybody. But no one steps in to be strong for us. We don't get that luxury. We don't get that. And then we're criticized for being strong. What? Do y'all want us to be strong or do you not? I'm saying this to say this part. This is my main thing. Take a break. Allow yourself to have a break. Hey, I don't need to be strong today. I can bask in some emotions. I can feel some emotions. I can do what needs to be done. Because guess what? You're being strong for everybody else, but you're not standing in for yourself. If you're not standing in for yourself, or you're not advocating for yourself, then how can you advocate for others? Being a woman in America is already tough as it is. I'm all about being strong and standing up for what's right. But don't you guys get exhausted? I get exhausted because I'm tired of it. I'm fed up. I've been strong all my life since a kid. And it's to the point where it's rubbing off on me in my adulthood. Like, I don't give myself any grace. As much as I say, give yourself grace, I should practice what I'm talking about. But I don't give myself any grace because I feel like if it's not done, then who's going to do it? Am I the only one? If I don't address it, if I don't work for it, who's going to do it? And in my mind, I feel like it's nobody. When I was a kid, I went through some stuff. And it caused me to be this person I am today. It contributed. I don't give up easily. I keep going. I show up every day, even if I'm depressed and sad. Is that taking care of myself? No. I see it as me overwhelming and overworking myself in that moment. Why? Because I've been conditioned to think it's okay that if I'm not doing anything, I am being lazy. If I'm not standing up for what's right, then I'm not doing what's right. I've been conditioned to believe that. And it's not just like by your people you're raised by, but it's also the environment around us. Our whole lives, if you had a single mom as a parent, you've always seen your mom be strong. Am I right? Or you've seen whoever raised you be strong, even if they didn't have the strength to be strong, they showed up. When you begin to see that as a kid, you carry that with you when you get older. How does being strong show up in our work life, in our daily life? It shows up when we show up in friendships. It shows up at the job. And it shows up in your relationships with your spouse, your partner. And they may think like, dang, they don't give me a chance to be strong or help them out. Because why? If you've always been the person that had to do it, you don't trust anybody else to do it. Because one, it's not going to be done to your liking. And two, if somebody else does it, you're going to go back over it and figure out if they did something wrong. You're going to scrutinize them. Trust me, I'll do it. I don't trust anybody to do my work for me because I feel like they're not going to do my work the way I do it. And they're not going to do it to my liking. Give yourself grace. I know I'm always talking about grace. But give yourself some. You deserve it. I'm like this. At what point in my life am I going to give myself a break? I work hard every day of my life. I show up every day of my life. And I've been doing that since a kid. I had no choice. I didn't cry often. And when I did cry, it was because I was overwhelmed. So what are you doing to let go and not have to be the strong person? Sorry guys, I'll be forgetting y'all need to see me be. So I learned a new technique where you guys let this dry up a little bit. And it actually works. It's really pretty. I like it. It's like it comes out a little bit more flawless. We are always the dependable one. The one who gives the advice. The one who shows up. But who does that for us? Let me ask y'all this question. Can y'all name a person who does that for you? Who is that person? Does anybody step in for you when you need them, or are you always the one that they call? Yeah, people call. Everyone calls. Trust the process, remember. We wear the burden of a label of being strong. And we try not to look at it as a burden, like, oh, it's an honor to be strong. Girl, it's not an honor to be tired and overworked. You want a break just like everybody else. You want a minute to not be strong. You want a minute for somebody else to show up for you. And you need that. I want to say, when you notice you're being too strong is when you have this urge to not let go of something because you feel like it hasn't been dealt with. That's what that urge feels like. And I'm just saying, who does that for you? Huh? Let's be real. You're always standing in for everybody else. Sorry, y'all. Savannah's not having it. She's real talkative these days. But yeah. Who has it for you? Who does it for you? Take a break from being strong. Take a freaking break. You deserve it. Let somebody else do it. What did TikTok say? Find somebody else to do it. You can't record me. Find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do it. That'd be their saying. Find somebody else to do it. I'm tired. I need a minute to compose. I feel like if you find somebody else to do it, and then you come back to it, not trying to rhyme, you'll have a better outlook, a better perspective, something to share. Because if you're empty, you can't share crap. I don't care what anybody says. Let somebody else do it. You don't always have to handle everything. They can. Now, if they're kids, it's different. You have to handle that. Or you can let their dad or other partner, your other partner, handle it. Come up with stuff for them. Because it takes two to create a kid. Even in today's time, you still need a sperm and an egg. So it takes two. Tell them to find somebody else to do it for you. I don't know, y'all. I'm looking a little washed. What y'all think? Actually, this is not my thing. Flashback is not my thing. Being strong isn't always about how you can carry things. Being strong is also about how you can let stuff go and put it down. Do I need to say it again for the people in the back? Being strong is also about how you can let stuff go. How you can put it down and know when to stop and when to walk away. Do you know how to stop? Do you know when to walk away? Do you? I have a hard time with it. I'm not going to front. Especially if I care, it's hard for me to let go. But when I finally get there, able to let go, I feel 50 pounds lighter. I'm not going to say 10, because 10 pounds, it's a lot, but 50 pounds is what it feels like. Like a weight lifted off your shoulder, off your back. It feels amazing. Some things you just need to let go. Everything isn't worth your attention. Everything isn't worth your attention. I challenge you to let one thing be taken care of by somebody else. And once you do it, let me know how it felt. We'll regroup next Sunday. How did it feel to let such and such do it? I got a makeup question. What's some good brushes? Because I like brushes over beauty blenders for certain things, but my brush is leaving behind hair on my face, like the brush hair. Not the mustache is bad. How do you feel about letting somebody else take it? How did it feel? Get in the mirror and tell yourself, I have to let go of one thing and allow somebody else to take care of it. Help you, help you. Because I'm sure if something was to take place and you weren't available to do it, they would find a way to do it. Most definitely. So what's that one thing you can let somebody else do? Figure it out. You let me know. It's your life. I want y'all to know my softness, your softness, your softness is sacred. Say it with me. My softness is sacred. How do you know? Is it because Sequoia says so? No. It's not because I said so. It's because you're choosing for it to be so. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, to experience softness. Everybody wants a soft life. Let me ask you another question. Are you willing to do the work to get to that soft life? And that means letting go of being strong all the time. Yes, being strong can sometimes be a good thing, but it becomes a bad thing when it's the only thing that's going for you. And then you don't have time to take care of yourself. That's when strongness, being strong, becomes a flaw. And I don't mean like a flaw where it's like ashamed of, things, but a flaw when you don't take care of yourself. Because I want y'all to know your health is important. And not only will strongness be your downfall in your health, but it can be. It can be. If you got so much stuff going on in your life and it's stressing you out and you're showing up to be strong in everything, that can lead to a heart attack. That can lead to you going to the hospital. That can lead to stress leading to some of your sicknesses. And you want to be here, especially if you got kids. You're going to be here with them. And especially if you enjoy your life, you want to be here with them. You want to be here to experience life even if you don't have kids. Because you weren't put on this world to just be strong and do nothing with your life and to show up for everybody else to where you neglect yourself. That was never the goal of you being here on earth. It wasn't. The world made it a goal. And that's a shame. But yes, put down that strong girl for a little bit and move into your soft girl. Be vulnerable. Allow yourself to breathe. You deserve to breathe, sis. I hate the word sis. I don't even know why I used it with y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yes, tell them, I'm tired of being strong. Don't you do it. It's okay to say no sometimes too. No. How did that sound? Did it sound like no? No. Sequoia, can you go to the store for me? Can you grab this and the third? No, I cannot. You can always say no with no emotion in it. They'll be fine. They will survive. They will survive. They will survive you saying no to them because you need to take care of you. They will survive. They will survive. They'll survive. So y'all know we getting ready to close, right? Go to the mirror. Look in the mirror and say with me, I am strong, but my strongness does not define me. I am allowed to experience softness. I am entitled to it. It is my birthright. I can say no. I can set boundaries. This is my life and my decision. I want to say to y'all, don't you ever feel bad about setting a boundary with somebody. They don't like it. Oh well, that's their problem. Not yours. Not yours, honey. Not yours. Alright, y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to go off camera, do my eyelashes, lip gloss, and I'll be back to close out. What do you guys think? Where are you headed this evening? Well, I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Well, So we talked about a lot of stuff about being strong and saying no and letting somebody else do it. Get somebody else to do it. That's going to be our talk for this week. That is going to be our saying, get somebody else to do it. Because what? You need a break. Somebody else can do it, because if something was to happen to you, they would get it done anyway. So I want to leave you guys with this. This episode gives you permission to not be strong. It gives you permission to tell somebody else to do it. It gives you permission to take a break. Go sit on the couch, watch a movie, turn your phone off. Take a minute away from the world. Take a minute from being strong, because you don't have to be strong in this moment. Pick it up tomorrow. Let it go for today. Let's not think about it. Let's go bask in the sun and enjoy our last couple of weeks of summer before we hit the winter. Because guess what? Winter is a time where we really sit down and have to think about stuff. And are you prepared for that? If not, we're going to get there. But anyways, this episode gave you permission to say no, to set boundaries, and to not be strong. And to tell them, find somebody else to do it. Well, guys, that is it for today's episode. I'm so glad to have you here on Mirror Madness. If you just stopped in just to see what's going on, hey girl, hey, I hope you came to stay. But if not, I enjoyed your company anyway. And with all of that, I want to say, go outside and touch grass. Until next time, bye.